This is the Shed Knives 2023 US Tanto. This was a knife sent to me by proprietor Jack Billings of Shed Knives, and man, I've been pretty impressed with it. I've already posted 2 videos of this in use. One, I was just batoning with it around the, near the family fire pit, and the other, I was carving some feather sticks with it because well, as we can see right away, it's got great geometry for batoning, but I was curious as to how it would do on finer um, sort of carving tasks, and it did great. You can see that video. I think the feather sticking video is up as a short, but in any case, I was really excited to take this knife outside as soon as I got it. And first, I have to thank Shed Knives for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. The one caveat is if I damaged it, I had to send it back so they could kind of figure out how it was damaged and how they could make things better. And to me, that is a great sign on 2 dimensions. First dimension being they gave this to me, and that's very generous, and I love that. But also that they are really anxious to make sure they are putting out the best product they can. I put this through batoning and more than I videotaped, and then I did some other more stupid stuff with it. I threw it at my throwing target, and I could make it stick. It's not the best throwing knife, as you might imagine, and I am not the best thrower, but I could get it using my about 10 foot away, 10 feet away, no spin technique. I could get it to stick, but it's a heavy knife, and eventually it would do this. But you might see a little bit of damage on the tip. That was well, actually, it's not that badly damaged, but I threw it and it bounced off the target. Not every time does it stick. It bounced off the target and landed in the dirt and just happened to find a stone, and it just marred that tip ever so slightly, which bummed me out. But I'm going to take that out with a little bit of sandpaper after this video. Some specs on this knife. Here, let me show you the spec sheet that they sent. Overall length, 8-inch blade. They say blade length is 3 inches, but that's a 3-inch cutting edge. The blade itself is closer to 3.75 inches if you include the ricasso area. The handle, 4 inches. G10. Now, he sent me a little note, which was nice. It's always nice to get a handwritten note in anything, but especially when it comes with a knife. I mean, but anyway, these are hand sculpted handles, and he indicated that he's going to be doing CNC soon, and all of his handles will be CNC made, and will be offering and does offer a variety of colors with the G10 handles. You see that the tang here, the full tang, the true full tang here, stands proud of these G10 slabs, and it makes for a very comfortable, it kind of continues the contouring. Sometimes I see that and I'm a little trepidatious. Is that going to be comfortable? This is very comfortable. The one thing is that obviously steel conducts heat and cold. So I don't know, if you're using this in extreme temperatures, you might feel it more from that. But, I don't do anything really extreme with my knives, or I don't really live a very extreme lifestyle, so it's not an issue for me personally. Stonewash finish. This is 154 CM or CPM 154. So this is a powder metallurgy steel, and 154 is one of my favorite steels out there. You add the CPM portion to it, hey man, it makes it even better. And great jimping here, but he brings it up to a Rockwell of 58 to 60. And oh, as I mentioned in one of my videos that I already put out on this, it feels very subtly hollow ground, maybe hollow ground on a large wheel. And yes, as I look here, he confirms that hollow ground. Kydex, 3/16 of an inch thick, and comes with a very nice sheath too. And that's a big part of the recipe with a fixed blade knife, is the sheath, how well it fits in. To be 100% honest, I actually have not put this on my belt. I can't remember the last time I've actually put a one of my fixed blades on my belt. Usually when I mow the lawn, I stop doing that because, well, I just stopped doing that. But the handle is long and heavy, so this width, this is about a 1-inch width of clip, I think that's pretty good, so that when it's on a belt, most belts, at least that I have, are around an inch this way, 1.25 inches. I think it will ride nicely without doing too much flopping due to the weight of the handle. You could also reorient this or put a different clip on it if you like scout carry. But very good sheath that keeps the blade in there nicely, and it has a form fit, and it somewhat snaps in there. It's not super snappy, but if it were super snappy, you'd have to change the design a little bit, maybe put a thumb flare there to push off. But as it is right now, works great, and you don't need that thumb flare. I like this protruding bit of the tang down here at the pommel. I'm not always a big fan of that. Here, it actually works really nicely. If you needed to jam this into that proverbial 55-gallon oil drum full of Uzis that you're stopping at the border, this would actually be pretty comfortable because of that curve and then the slope down. It's a great place to hook your thumb over. I'm not sure if that was the intention when making that. It's probably just incidental. But I do like that shape, and it's nicely chamfered here, so it's not gonna bum out your thumb too badly. In one of my videos, I guess it was one of those two videos, I took this and just kind of bashed it into the log I use as my batoning surface, and smashed up a bit of an extra little piece that was on top of it, and did it very nicely. Nice big lanyard hole, removable, obviously removable slabs here. So if anything gets underneath the handle there, you can take care of that. And a bunch of different designs. He sent the catalog and a bunch of different designs. See, these are the colors of G10 you can get. This is the OD green. But here are the models they have, and I think they might have one or two more. Oh, no, this is the one that I was looking at also on Instagram. He just posted a picture with these two. That Resilience is very cool looking. Skinner, they're all really nice looking knives, and that sheep's foot's pretty sweet too. I mean, they're all really sweet, and now that I have this one in hand, yeah, I can imagine that these are all as good as this. Just looking at it through the... Very nice. One thing I want to mention about this that I don't know if I should or not, or if it makes any, but something that I'm very impressed by the fact that this company is run by an 18-year-old. Who knows? Maybe he's 19 at this point. I'm not sure, but his packaging, his branding. Here's the box. Is all on point. Shed knives. He makes them in his shed, which I can totally relate to. I got to do everything messy in my shed. But also the quality of knife making as an 18-year-old, it's very impressive to me. I don't know. I was 18 years old. I was not doing stuff like this. I was kind of not even getting in trouble. Not even cool enough to get in trouble. I was just doing my thing, and it wasn't this. And I'm really impressed by this. Yeah, so very nice knives, very good branding, very good business sense, it seems, so far. And then just tough as hell knife. This thing is still very sharp. It has, as you may have seen, gone through a bunch of that nasty kiln-dried wood you pick up outside the grocery store, and did some feather sticking and carving with it. And it's still very, very, very nice, and does a good job cutting. Let's see if I can get one of those little tiny curly cues here. Look at that. And you know, as you can tell, this is a pretty thick behind the edge knife, but man, it does a great job at cutting, at batoning, at your outdoor chores. No doubt this would do all right in camp if you needed to you know, I guess you could cut meat with it. It wouldn't be the best apple slicer. It's more like it has more of a wedge-like, I should say, geometry. SK Shed Knives 23. A very, very cool knife. Thank you so much, Shed Knives, for sending this to me. I really appreciate that. It's very generous, and but at the same time, I'm happy to you know, help in exposing this to the wider world, because it's a really good knife. I really like it, and it's going into my rotation of outdoor bangers. I'll say it frankly. I have a tops knife that fills that purpose. I have well, I have a number of knives, that a couple of cold steels that I'll take out in the backyard when I'm cleaning up, and I was going to be doing that this weekend, but it's pouring rain outside, so I'm inside making videos. But this is going to be spending a lot of time outside, getting used for work. This is not going to be one of my babied knives. So, very cool knife. Thank you very much, Shed Knives, and thanks for watching.